Hi all. Thank you so much for the overwhelming support for the last video. A lot of likes, comments, and increase in subscribers. Thank you. We'll try to give more good content. So today we will cover the second episode of our global cricket roundup, boundary bus. So let's get on to the topic. First, quickly about India A versus Australia A. Australia A has won 2-0. Thoughts, Kaushik?
So literally right, Australia with their second set team has shown us how much we lack going into this Border Gavaskar Trophy tournament. To start with, definitely we are not on the mark. We did play KL Rahul, where there was Prasidh Krishna, Mukesh, Dhruv Jurel. I think that was the only good positive that we are entering the BGT with, along with obviously Rishabh Rajendra Pant. But yeah, uh, not sure how strong we are going to get into it, but given that it's a magnum opus thing, hopefully India just rise up to the occasion big time.
Yeah, Australia also have announced their squad for the first test. They've taken a new opener, Nathan McSweeney. So let's see how it goes. I think from India A's standpoint, I think the only two positives from this series was Dhruv Jurel and Prasidh Krishnan possibly in the second test. And big disappointments in the opening audition. Abhimanyu Ishwaran, Ruturaj Gaikwad didn't perform as expected. Sai Sudarshan obviously had one century in the first innings of the first test, but nothing again after that also from him. So let's see how it goes on that.
Just a quick highlight here. Rather than saying just about the disappointment, it's not like it was also some technical flaws that actually they led to this disappointment. Right, we did play on a very greenish track, very greenish MCG surface for the second game, and it literally just showcase the kind of technical flaws that we are in through. But yeah, so hopefully we just kind of there has been no official confirmation on Rohit's unavailability yet, but yes, let's see what happens there.
So we'll do a separate squad analysis, doing the build up to the Border Trophy. So we'll quickly move on to the next series. Talking about Australia, the series just concluded today. Australia, Pakistan. Pakistan, after 22 years, have won an ODI series in Australia. So, what do you think has changed fortunes for Pakistan in the last 1 month?
Basically, the statement that was used as a troll material against him, pace is pace here. Their pace battery has actually changed it. Last game and this game, I was able to watch the Pakistan bowlers go full rally on Australian batters. Shaheen Shah Afridi is back at what he has been doing the best when he was in his prime a few years back. He was swinging the ball both ways. The ball was nipping off the surface for Harris Rowe, for Naseem Shah. Naseem Shah was getting those nip backers away, and I think those that pace battery has come good at the right time. I think that's the reason for their emergence against the Aussies.
And I think one of the biggest advantages for them is Harris Rauf had extensive BBL experience practicing in MCG even before he got the national cap in Pakistan. And as you rightly said, like moon match mein, I think broadly their scores were 200, 150, 160, and clearly it was attributable to their bowling, which is like a complete turnaround from what we were seeing in the last 1.5 months. We will talk about the Pakistan England Test series next.
Yeah, to be just more precise, every single game la Australia were at least two down when there are 50-50 runs.
Yeah, I think partly has also got to do with their new tries sort of failing, right? Like JFM was supposed to be the next big thing in white ball cricket. I don't think he has scored anything good in internationally. The Munadi, he also played the T20s versus England, if I'm not wrong. So Adili, I don't think he clicked well. And I think it's not like it was only the third match where the seniors didn't play. Obviously, they wanted to take risk for the BGT and all that. The first two matches, it was almost a full strength Australian squad. Smith,
Correct.
Labuschagne, everyone were there. So I don't think you can attribute this as a one-off win or something. So full credit to Pakistan. Really good. Hopefully their fortunes change in white ball cricket with Rizwan Sarewal as the captain.
One good thing is teams like Pakistan winning these kind of tournaments actually gives more life to cricket by itself. The game gets started more. தீபாவளி ஃபெஸ்டிவ் லைட்ஸ் மாதிரி ஒரு மாதிரி அந்த அந்த ஒரு கிரிக்கெட்டே லைட்டன் அப் ஆகும். லைக் when the teams which are not expected to win, when they start winning big, the game gets lightened up by itself.
On to the T20 series. So let's see what happens in the T20 series. So now, because we are on Pakistan, just quickly moving on to that blockbuster test series. So many things happening. Pakistan versus England. Pakistan finally won a home test series after a long time, 3-4 years. They were just playing in their highways instead of the cricket stadium for a long time. Finally, they released their strength. They went into their domestic cricket. They bought their top performers deservedly, or you call it a break, you call it a rest, you call it dropped. I think whatever they did, it definitely has worked. Resting Babar Azam, Nasim Shah, and Sahin Afridi. So a great performance from the two spinners, not only with the ball, with the bat again. Sajid Khan in a couple of innings, excellent with the bat. Salman Aga, I think he's an excellent prospect for them. Saud Sakil is another prospect. So very great comeback by Pakistan after the first Test match loss, which is an historic loss, by the way. So I don't think anyone has lost a Test match after scoring 550. And in these days, 823, you could never imagine that a team after scoring 823, the next team got out for 200. So that was the game which they were playing, the first test, and the great turnaround in the second and third test, completely attributable to these two spinners.
Basically, they kind of understood that breaking the wicket is going to help them. They just understood it. They dropped their paces, and they had no issues in giving the new ball to Sajid Khan and normally right away. First day one test one. I mean second test or third test. I don't exactly remember. The first 30 overs for the first session was entirely bowled by just 15 overs of Sajid and 15 overs of Norman, which exactly India did not do in this particular series. They literally did, even they did break the wicket just like India. They gave rough wickets, they gave turners, but they got their combination right, they got their approach right, and above everything, they got one guy from the middle order who made a century. That's it. That was the difference, and that was more than enough for England, who is going to continue playing stupid cricket in the name of baseball.
Uh, so Adlan, and the other thing, if you see, like you were saying about the spinners, I think in the third match, fully, I think it's been the match in which Pakistan did not bowl a single bowl of fast bowling
Medium pace.
in
Yes.
the entire match test cricket. It's not only one innings. I think in the both the innings, none of them bowled. I think that's something. So basically, if you go on that approach, go full throttle, and they proved that. And I think you did have. It's not like, I think all along people were telling Pakistan did not have the spinners. They had Asisha, they had Saeed Ajmal, அதுக்கப்புறம் யாரும் இல்லை, people were telling. It's not the case. I don't think you were looking into domestic, which clearly got proved in this. Your Noman Ali or your Sajid Khan, if you give them the wickets which they deserve and not the highways for someone to score centuries and double hundreds, I think it really showed up. And again, clearly taking inputs from domestic cricket, Karmangulan coming in that match, first match, big match, replacing someone like a Babar, and then scoring a century is nothing short of greatness. I think great start to his career. Hopefully he's up to much more great things.
Uh, to add one more point, they literally started forgetting that Imad Wasim is their main spinner, and that's actually for the good cause. Imad Wasim, yes, he's a good spinner, but he can just bowl those new balls, flatter ones quick. But the way Nauman Ali and Sajid Khan bowl the beautiful flighted ones, they they got the ball dip onto the English batsman, and they had absolutely no clue about it. You may say that they swept well, they reverse swept well, they kind of managed it, but again, it's also along saying with Pakistan had a beautiful tournament, beautiful second and third test. England have again given open statement that if it's going to be a turner, if it's going to be ranked turners, they are not going to sustain for more than 2.5 days. Not great things for England cricket.
Yeah, again, continuing on that lead with England cricket, following the test match, they played a ODI series versus West Indies, now up to a 5-match T20 series with West Indies, which has just started. So on the ODI series, I think West Indies have won 2-1. Again, not great signs. I'm not really sure what's gone wrong. Of course, I think they were not playing their main team for their primary 11 for this series for various reasons. They were just up, coming from the Test series, etc. But even before the ODI series, this ODI series, the last series which England played against Australia, I didn't see Joe Root as a part of their squad. So does that mean that Joe Root is not in their scheme of things for the Champions Trophy? Really, I mean, I did discuss this with some people. I don't know. I'm all in for baseball and all that. Their positive cricket is something, whatever worked for them post the 2015 World Cup debacle. Positive cricket brought them here. 2019 World Cup, 2 3 years after that. But does it mean that you drop someone like a Joe Root out of the scheme of things? Isn't it good to have a mix of players?
Uh, Good point. But I somewhere feel that Harry Brook has announced himself at number 4 or 5. I mean, he was named as the captain for the series. He was leading. In fact, he was scoring some good amount of runs in recent times. But yeah, on any day, if you ask me, on any given day, right, any given day, any given opposition and circumstances, I will never drop a player like Joe Root, because I am a person, I am a coach who always insist on having one player who can anchor the innings all round. You have a Ben Duckett who plays at 110, 120 strike rate in white ball. You have a Harry Brook who can go a 60, 70 runs out of no 30, 40 balls. Liam Livingston's nothing to comment on it. He has already been going blonkers against every single opponent. Even he scored a 70 ball 120 in this same ODI series. So when you have all these calibers, probably have that one guy around whom all everyone can just go on it, right? So just to say someone like Virat Kohli, I mean, yeah, Rohit can hit around Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya can take around Virat, and someone like Urodonio, Ilore Reina. I mean, it was from 2010 to 2024. That's been the evolution of cricket. That's how you go about it. You have one anchor and you just play around it. Simple as that.
But again, if you look at it, no, so இதுலயும் வந்து it's like in hit or miss. Liam Livingstone அந்த match 124 அடிச்சான், they chased down. They got all out for hardly something 200 something in the first match. The next match they scored, they were like 40 for 4. Somehow they scraped through to 260, 270. Comfortable chase by West Indies. And in fact, West Indies are starting to look good in white ball. They have brought all their superstars players for their T20 series starting now. Sad that West Indies is not part of the Champions Trophy. They are sort of peaking in white ball cricket now, and England is, if I can say, in the downfall. So I feel the only positive for England in this series was Jofra Archer. The fact that, I mean, not that he bowled great, but at least that he continued to play all 3 matches without injury. So that at least they are hopeful that he can continue. I think today Trescothick has also spoken about it. It's to say that the lack of experience of list A cricket. The I think few of the players in the squad which plays this one day have hardly played any list A cricket, and the biggest reason for that is their domestic list A cricket is clashing with the 100th schedule.
I mean, a definite point of appreciation and applause to West Indies. They have come a long way winning this particular series. I mean, going against England. I mean, you be the host, but still, we did see that how hard England went against them and thrashed them in the T20 World Cup just 2 months back, right in their home. But to see them step up that way, perform that way, it was so good. So good to see Karthi get his first ever ODI century. Good to see Brendan King stay among runs. I mean, he has been starting to accumulate runs so highly. I mean, so consistently in the recent time. So it's been good signs for them. They are actually starting to play a very good brand of cricket. West Indies have been branded as lazy guys in the field. I mean, in the off late 3 4 years, they have been known for their catching skills. And again, I think they are getting there. Even in the recently concluded Sri Lanka ODI series, they were actually sharp in the field. I think people have to start talk about it. These small things like this, right, matter so much for a team like West Indies that's again getting back that momentum. good effort in the field, a good catching effort, a good effort on the boundary to save one run. I mean, all these makes a good West Indies teams makes better.
Yeah. One of the interesting things we need to talk about this series was Alzari Joseph, the thing which he did. So apparently he got furious with the captain that he did not set up the field which he wanted, and he walked out. And couple of times in the same match, and West Indies were playing with 10 players. So obviously he has accepted his mistake, and he has also been banned for 2 matches. So that's something which is very crazy, which has happened in this series.
Childish stuff. I mean, international levels, these are too childish. And see, Alzari also has to understand that the captain holds more responsibility than himself. I mean, in a team, if at all you are going to lack communications like that, I'm sorry, even if you bowl 10 overs of 150 kmph with 6 Yorkers every ball, you won't sustain international cricket. You can't have attitudes like that. I'm sorry.
So just moving on to a couple of other ongoing series is one Bangladesh and Afghanistan ODI series. I think it's currently at 1-1. But one important point we wanted to talk about that is this new kid on the block, new mystery spinner Gafanzar. He's taken a 6 wicket haul. They lost about 8 wickets for about 20-25 runs. I think he is going to be the next big thing. You had Rashid, you had Mujib. Now I think he's going to be the next person.
Miss Noor Ahmed.
Yeah, Noor Ahmed. So next is going to be this kid, I think. And again, the next thing, நியூசிலாந்து வந்து அடிக்கிறத நம்மள அடிச்சுட்டு மொத்தமா they were happy. I think they've gone to Sri Lanka and lost the first T20. So the only second T20 followed by ODI series is happening. So we'll keep an eye on that. What is New Zealand doing? The only other point we wanted to cover is the crushing win which South Africa had against Bangladesh in the test series, away test series 2-0, which has now given them a strong position to reach for the WTC final with they playing only 4 home matches going forward, which is uh, Pakistan and Sri Lanka visiting South Africa. So yeah, I think that's on the.
I think South Africa right now. South Africa is such a strong contender to get into the WTC finals. See, India playing Australia in Australia. Everyone predicting. I mean, everyone requiring a 4-1 or 5-0 for India qualifying. I don't think that's happening. I'm not saying that India is going to get whitewashed. There will be some good performances. There is Rishabh. There is Ashwin. There will be people saving 1 or 2 games. But I don't think we can eradicate anything more than 3-1 or 2-2 at the max. So I don't see India probably qualifying for the finals this time. But South Africa, given that they are hosting Sri Lanka in South Africa, this time they will not give anything. They know that they are in the race. They will put bouncy tracks. They will be this guy Marco Jansen coming with the red ball, planning for your next throats heads. They will go all bonkers. Rabada will come and hit you. He will hit your half stump. He will hit your neck. He will hit your shoulders. They will go with the bouncy wickets. They will crush Sri Lanka. I mean, I'm not saying it means like I'm not saying they will crush, but that will be the plan. They will want to crush Sri Lanka, and if that is done, they will have a very clear idea on what to go against Pakistan. I mean, they will have their roadmap very clear for the finals. And Australia, all they have to do is just beat India at home, and they are through to the finals.
So let's see. I think interesting. So many things happening. There's also the India South Africa T20 series going on. We'll possibly do a separate video after the end of the series. Sanju Samson has got a great 100 in the first series. Great start to the series. So let's see what happens on that.
I mean, just to conclude this, right? I've been a fan of Sanju. Since 2016-17 times. I think there is something that has changed for Samson is giving continuous chances. I think this is the first time he has played 4 continuous T20 internationals for India in his short career so far. He's been there around for 10 years, but this is the first time he's getting a long run. And I think performance has spoken, and I don't think I have to speak so much. Chetan Vannale, hopefully this is the start of something very big.
Yeah, I think Sky has already told him that he's going to play for the next 3. I think Sanju in his last match said the captain and the coach told me that I'm going to get 7 matches continuously opening in the 2 series, Bangladesh and South Africa.
And if the same trend goes out, and given that Rutraj and Abhishek Sharma aren't being amongst high quality runs, Sanju and Jaiswal might actually be a straightforward front run openers for the next T20 World Cup in 2026.
Hopefully. So let's discuss on that. So thank you viewers, thank you for the time. We'll come up with a different content for the next video, possibly discussion on BGT, IPL retentions. So thank you for your time. If you like the content, please do like, comment and subscribe. Follow Beyond Boundary.